The other thing that did happen, I got involved with this stupid thing because the asshole fucking tweeted me. That was the only reason I got involved. But I guess Jim Norton and the show made Radar online.
Oh, yes.
And Michael Lohan tweets me and goes, Opie Radio, you know, you got to keep your guy in line. I'm going to rip his tongue out or whatever the fuck the exact tweet was.
Nice.
So I went at it with him a little bit on Friday night.
Well, he's obviously he tweets a lot about God.
Well, God wouldn't accept ripping someone's tongue out, you dope.
Well, that's obviously very biblical of him. He's very biblical,
yes,
man.
That is biblical. He goes Old Testament.
Right. I think a lot of people have had it with Lindsay Lohan and all the chances she got. I believe that was our discussion here.
Yeah.
And we were pretty much saying, fuck her. Why does she get all these fucking chances?
The amount of chances she's gotten and the way she has acted like such a brat and so ungrateful. You know, she's going to wind up, if she doesn't stop, driving into a pole or killing somebody.
Right.
And it's like, you're mad at me because I said cunt? Like, that's the problem?
Right.
How about you get mad at these tabloid websites, which are the ones who are really wrecking what's going on with your daughter, and you keep talking to them?
Right. Oh, yeah.
This guy continues to talk to the vultures who have been hounding his daughter. He continues to communicate with them and answer their questions. And like one of them asked, do you think she'll do well in rehab? And I think he said he doesn't think she'll do well or something.
Because it's a sick family in general. They're all trying to be famous.
Ugh.
Michael Lohan is putting his own fame above trying to be a good parent. That's been obvious for many, many years when Lindsay Lohan was still a young girl. This guy was trying to become famous, too.
It's awful. I got to teach him some manners.
Shut the fuck up.
It's just laughable. It's like, why don't you worry about the websites that are making their livings taking pictures up your daughter's skirt or capitalizing on every dumb thing she does in a club with a photo?
Right.
How about you get mad at them instead of answering their questions and giving them quotes and getting your face on their websites?
Yeah, here it is. Lindsay Lohan called vulgar names on radio show. Her father rips the crude host. Lindsay Lohan definitely has some haters, but when a radio show host calls her vulgar words, her father, Michael Lohan... We probably should have this printed out today. This is a big fucking deal.
We don't?
Vulgar words, her father, Michael Lohan, isn't going to take that lightly. I wish you could make the font a little bigger. I'm leaning as far over as possible.
It's on Perez Hilton, too.
Comedian Jim Norton, co-host on the Opie and Anthony show on Sirius Radio this week. And while... I can't read this fucking thing.
It says, comedian Jim Norton, a co-host on the Opie and Anthony show on Sirius Radio this week, and while discussing Lindsay's appearance on David Letterman's show, he let loose with a string of expletives to describe the troubled actress. Quote, "She's never taken it seriously. She's gotten so many fucking chances," Jim said about Lindsay returning to rehab for her court-ordered 90-day stint. Then he really ripped into Lindsay's recent actions, saying that she was just acting like a fucking dumb cunt. Norton continued to talk about the incident where she cut up her borrowed dress that she wore to a party. "You have a job like that, you run around like a twat, they give you a nice dress to wear, and you cut it up like a spoiled cunt."
Oh.
He also took another shot at Lindsay's actions now that she's in her late 20s. "At a certain age, you have to stop acting like a douche." Norton didn't keep his comments just to Lindsay. He also ripped into Michael Lohan, placing the blame with him. Quote, "Her family is shitty, and I want to hate her, but you look at her family, and her father is just fucking shit. Just shit."
Yeah, I'm the problem, though, right? A comic on a radio show says that, like, I'm the issue.
Right.
Not the fact that these websites have been they have been plastering your daughter's face.
And pussy.
At every part of her body. And everything she does, they plaster up there.
And he can't get an interview with him quick enough.
You can't get an interview with them quick enough. But I say the fucking C word and you're offended. It's fucking laughable.
Yeah.
So,
it's laughable.
And then they got him, right?
Yeah, it says, Papa Lohan leapt to his daughter's defense and slammed the lewd comments exclusively to RadarOnline.com.
Ooh,
exclusivity. Oh, no.
Wow.
And that quote makes me think that he reached out to them.
Of course.
And said, "Hey, you hear about this radio show?"
I think they reached out to him.
You think so?
I do, yeah. I'm thinking they did.
Quote from him, They have some nerve saying such things about my daughter, which I know they would never say to her face, and especially not mine. When she was at the top of her career, they all praised her.
Nope.
Now, because she's having issues, they slam her. God damn them.
See, that to me sounds like he doesn't mean us, Jim and Opie and Anthony. He means them as in the collective. They all praised her, meaning like those type of guys. But it's her dad. I guess I understand why he would be mad. I can't be mad at the father for being mad. But it's like, dude, fucking worry about your own. There was a tape recording of Lindsay crying, talking to her mother. Remember that phone call to her father?
Yeah, right.
How did I hear that? I wasn't in the car. Who recorded that and released it so I could hear it?
Thus then why you said shitty family.
How? What piece of shit?
That's a shitty family, because none of us should have known about that.
None of us should have heard that.
Yeah, of
course
Who
not.
recorded that? It wasn't me.
Right.
I'm not the one who fucking betrayed someone's private phone conversation.
Someone
Was it
in
the
that-
father, the mother? I don't know.
Someone in that family that's also looking for fame.
Someone in that family who's looking for fame or looking for money or whatever it is they're looking for, I think is really shitty. And I never should have heard that. That really made me hate her family. I don't give a fuck what the motives were. Well, they were to let people see what Lindsay's plighted. That's not for the public to see.
Right.
When a website, if a website said to my father, how would you feel Jim is going to do about being sober? He would never say, oh, I don't think he's going to do well. Who the fuck says that? Who answers a gossip site's question like that?
Yeah.
Well, continue.
It's embarrassing.
Continue. The article's almost done.
He says, this is Lindsay Lohan's dad, these men's comments are absolutely disgusting and someone should teach them respect. I'd be happy to.
Oh.
Again,
Teach you the meaning of word respect.
He's the father. I get it. I tweeted something nasty, and I actually took it down.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I said you could teach me respect, just don't teach me how to raise a kid. But I was
That
like,
was good.
It was, but it was like, it's like that. It's your kid. It's like, I get you. I kind of understand why he's,
And he finished by saying, Michael has been an outspoken advocate of getting Lindsay into treatment. This website, that's how there's so many grammatical issues in this article.
Yeah.
Like, I guess they're reporters, right? Michael has been an outspoken advocate of getting Lindsay into treatment for her addiction issues and calls the guys out for their own actions. Who are they to knock Lindsay when they do the same things she does,
Really?
but they don't have the notoriety that Lindsay does?
I'll fucking sue the cunt.
She didn't do
I've
anything.
never fucking partied like Lindsay Lohan, you douche.
Till it's 1999.
You can't just throw that shit out there. Prove that I've partied anywhere near your daughter has.
Ooh. I have. Uh-oh.
You've done worse.
No, I haven't done any of the fucking,
None of us have.
haven't popped the molly.
Whew. Fucking piece of shit, just throwing that out there. I pride myself in the fact that I don't party like that, you twat.
Well, he's the dad. He's obsessed.
Whatever.
That doesn't bother me.
Daddy. Yeah, Daddy doesn't like hearing his little girl
It
getting...
bothers me as an individual. I don't fucking party like that. Never have. That's embarrassing. She's an embarrassment.
She is a bit of an embarrassment. And when I don't even, it's not even the party that gets me. Because as a recovering addict, the partying I get, it's the attitude of it and the fucking sticking the middle finger up in court. Or didn't she steal jewelry? Or was that solved? Did she not steal it? Did she steal it? But
there's
there's always a
million
problem
examples.
with her.
Yeah.
It's like, quit acting like a douche.
So,
You
I
have a
was,
fucking easy job. Sorry, man. What we do is easy. This is not brain surgery. If
Right.
you're running around
Not.
and you can't control yourself and you can't stop fucking getting into problems and trouble, just cut the shit.
right, we're just reacting to what we see out there. This was all based on the Letterman appearance where Letterman was kind of making her cry.
Yeah.
Because you could see Letterman has had it with her shit, too. But he's a nicer guy than, most.
I would love to see her get sober. I've always want people to get sober. I always want to see people get sober.
Well, so then I'm minding my own fucking business Friday, and he writes me, he goes, Opie Radio, your buddy Norton needs to man up and not be a coward. Let him talk to my face about Lindsay Lohan. I'll rip his tongue out.
Oof.
And then I just wrote him back. I go, are you actually trying to start heat over your daughter's pathetic situation? So sad. Get her in rehab now.
No.
And then I wrote, looks like someone should have worried less about being famous to do some better parenting. Face. And then he wrote me back. Sorry, I'm almost done. He writes, like to get scrappy with both of you. Obviously, you don't have respect either. Blocked. And then I wrote, oh, blocked, really? I go, instead of blocking me, you should try blocking all the bad influences from getting into your daughter's house.
Ooh. He's just...
End of Twitter fucking battle.
It's amazing that... and again, I guess being a dad, you're going to be defensive. I can't knock that. Of course you're going to. Some guy you don't know calls her a cunt. Of course you're going to step up and go, I'll rip his tongue. I mean, you have to be a dummy to not stick up for her. But the irritating part is, if this was a guy who didn't talk to these websites and didn't participate like this, I'd have a lot more respect for him. But the fact that he's involved with this shit.
Yeah.
And look, I'm sure you do want your daughter to get sober. I'm sure you do. But that's not an excuse to tape record her if he did and release that. Whoever released that recording of her crying and thinks they're doing a service and thinks that they are, well, we're showing people with Lindsay how bad it is.
No.
I think that person is deluding themselves as to their motives.
But I don't even think it's that. My humble opinion, they're looking for their own little bump. A little bump of fame.
Every bit of notoriety he's gotten has been on the back of his daughter. So no one knows who the fuck he is without the daughter. And he's done reality shows and shit like that based on nothing but her, right?
Yeah, he's done like even if he doesn't like what you guys said, you don't think there's a large part of him that would love to do like a celebrity boxing match or something with you?
Of course.
And that's why he's being public about it?
Always put the feelers out.
That's what he's looking for.
Yeah,
and the comments, I mean, she's a very well-known person. She's had she's popular. Her career is big. The comments were 90% smashing him and smashing her. And that's not because they were my fans. It is because people are so sick of her doing this shit and hearing about it. You get sick of it. I'll say this for Paris Hilton. After that last bust, whatever she did, she really shut the fuck up and stopped. She stopped. I think that scared her.
No one cares about anything she
turned her
has to
life
say.
around a little bit.
It seems
it seems, because she was kind of, in the tabloids all the time for nonsense.
You just get tired of little babyish celebrities getting away with everything. And it's like, how many times are you going to get either, was she driving under the influence? Wasn't she? How many people have this many questions raised about them?
It's very confusing because the average person does that. There's no way they're getting all those chances.
No, never.
So you wonder why she has such an influence over these judges and lawyers and everyone in between.
Yep.
Why have I never been accused of cutting up clothing that somebody gave to me for a fucking event, like a little brat? Why have I never been accused of stealing jewelry from somebody's house or whatever?
Right.
Or was it a jewelry store, wherever the fuck it was? Or was it both? I don't know.
It might have been.
I don't even know.
I don't know. I think there was something that happened on a set and there was something that happened in a jewelry store.
It's just it's one thing after another, and I know a lot of it's probably bullshit because they can't trust the tabloids.
Right.
But it's not all bullshit.
Right.
It couldn't all be bullshit.
And then I got someone that's being ridiculously picky on Twitter. The whole Tiger thing and the hitting of the pin we just discussed. Because Tiger made 6 on 15, not 8 or 9. My point is, then they gave him an extra 2 strokes, so that was an 8 or 9 technically. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, boy.
So instead of having a birdie or a par, he ended up having an 8 or 9 when everything was said and done in the end.
Doesn't matter. He told you.
Whatever. It's just frustrating at times. So I guess Lohan wants to come on our show so he can rip your tongue out.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's using words like teach you respect and rip your tongue out. Like, that's all, like,
then I went to his
promo nonsense.
Then I did go to his Twitter. I would never follow him. I would never, in general, give a fuck about what he writes. But he kind of, involved us. And there's religious shit there. Then the next tweet, he wants to fucking knock someone's head off.
He's lost.
That's what's really funny.
He seems a little confused.
He tweets about God and all that. And it's like, well, yeah, you obviously are very genuine. Obviously a very genuine guy.
Yeah.
That's obvious. It's obvious that all your God tweets are genuine when you want to rip someone's... Be one or the other. Be godly or be an aggressive dick. Don't try to be both.
Right.
Fuck him.
Oh, someone's saying, hey, check out her interview on the red carpet for Scary Movie. This guy says, we have no idea, she's high as shit.
Oh, yeah?
That's Bud _ Rocks.
She looks all high.
Supposedly she was late for that, too. at every turn, there's something going on.
attention.
Are you going to be mad at Jim Norton? You got her on the red carpet? What creeps me out is how much older she looks than her age. Oh, here we go.
It's Dolce.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Thank you.
All right, now we're doing live tweets from fans.
Because my dress was left in New York, actually. They packed the wrong dress. So.
Oh, no. Well, this worked out very well for you.
Thank you.
So we're doing live tweets from fans, and one of them wants to know about your album. Are you working on writing an album? What kind of music would you do?
Piano and guitar recently. So yeah, I'm working on it. We'll see what happens. I'll be gone for 3 months, so maybe I'll have time to do that.
How do you get used to this? I mean, watching this.
I don't think you do. One more question. I think you just go numb.
Now, I mean, looking at that, it's so overwhelming.
It is, but you just, I don't know.
What are you most looking forward to about the movie tonight?
On my scene, because Charlie's seen most of it, and I haven't seen any of it.
Lips.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in it.
She had a blast with you. Have a great time.
She looks like she's under the influence. I have no idea. But, I mean, she has to start rehab in, what, May? And she's just wandering around looking like she's under the influence?
She's got them duck
like, that's
lips
just rubbing in everyone's face.
And Tara Reid voice. That voice where, you've been up smoking and drinking all night.
I'm more annoyed at the interviewers. It's just such fluff garbage.
It is just crap.
And I know that the publicist is there in their fucking ear.
Well, the problem is, I mean, you get one shot at it. So, that I get it now in a way. That reporter asked the real questions. That's the last time she's going to be on the red carpet. That's the problem. Wow. Because they're all in cahoots together. That's why you don't get any real interview questions ever, in those situations especially. Look, every time we act up, it fucking costs us at this point. Yeah, one little act up, and we get penalties.
Yeah,
get penalized.
But it's these weird little,
penalized.
These fearful actors and fucking musicians who are too scared to answer questions about anything. Like, there's nothing an interviewer could ask me without. I'd be like, I don't know, that wasn't in the pre-quest, that was in the pre-interview, guys. Yeah, I just have such a fucking loathing for celebrities that won't answer questions.
Well, that's why, Letterman got a little shit, because he's sitting there, he's seeing this train wreck, and he's not going to do the fluff questions. Yeah. He's like, no, man, there's something obviously happening here. I'm going to fucking, talk about it here. And then she gets all mad, like, oh my God, I can't believe you're not, playing the game like everyone else. Everyone else is ignoring what I'm doing and making believe they don't see me as a train wreck. As soon as you're the guy that finally decides to be honest with the whole thing, you're looked at as a jerk.
It's like, doesn't she realize, doesn't her father realize, these websites are rooting for her to fuck up? Like, these websites that you're giving interviews to and quotes to and all your dumb nonsense, they're rooting against her.
Oh, yeah.
Because they make their living. I don't give a fuck if she does well or not. I'd rather see her get sober. It's not going to affect our job. They thrive on her fucking up.
Yeah, everyone's writing again today. Who the fuck gets a 2-month delay to party it up when the rehab is court ordered? You get 2 months more.
It's unbelievable. How about you just...
Any one of us, if we had to go into rehab, you go into rehab pretty much...
instantly.
Pretty much.
How about you just go? How about you just fucking... You stand up for yourself and you just go to rehab?
Right.
How about that?
You're talking to me?
No. I would never yell that at you, but I have been praying for you.
Speaking of, and going back to the fame whore thing with Michael Lohan, I forgot this part of it, and this guy, Nola Sean, reminds me. Opie, in his tweet to you, he tagged Lindsay's Twitter handle. Even his dust up with you was calculated for exposure and followers.
Did he really do that?
Yeah, it was at Lindsay Lohan, too.
God.
There's only one reason you would do that, knowing you would get more eyes on your tweet.
It doesn't even call his daughter like the name. It's her fucking Twitter handle.
Yeah, it's not just Lindsay or L.
Right.
It's her Twitter.
Oh, yeah. It absolutely was in there. I forgot about that part of it. Yeah.
Thank God my parents aren't on fucking Twitter. How embarrassing if your parents are on Twitter at mentioning you. Ugh.
Yeah, that would be a
How embarrassing.
Eek.
So that went down on, I guess, late Friday night, was it?
If Radar Online called my father about something personal about me, or any of these websites about me, about my rehab or drinking, he wouldn't know what to do, first of all, because he's a fucking regular guy. He's not a fucking, He's not desperate for fame. He'd probably go, I don't know. Okay, we'll ask him. Bye-bye now. Like, there'd be a tape recording of my father saying, bye-bye now.
Bye now. See a bye-bye now type of guy.
Righto, bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
I just can't picture my parents embarrassing themselves or me.
Yeah,
I just can't picture that.